Welcome to Better with Art. I'm Melinda, and I'm here to encourage you to reclaim your creativity and practice creative self-care with weekly small art prompts that can be done in an art journal or on paper if you don't have one. If you don't and you are working on paper, I do encourage you to keep it somewhere like a folder, because one of the benefits of art journaling is privacy. So you can feel free to express yourself and experiment without fear of what others will think. And you need to be gentle on your art making also. This week I was planning on doing a very cute sunshiny watercolor small art, but my brain is rather in need of the soft lines and softening of my favorite neurographic art style mini project. I don't know. I have a Sharpie of I'm not sure what color Sharpie calls this. And I have created borders around the edge of my page. They aren't required, and I don't always use them. But this morning they just felt right. Maybe in part because I need to feel some containment and control. I'm feeling less than positive this morning. And, well, that's okay. It happens. And as long as I don't let it commandeer my entire day and dictate how I perceive everything in my world right now, or how I treat others, my responsibility with my rather negative feeling this morning is to acknowledge it, to accept that it's there and it is valid. But also rob it of its power by reminding myself of other things. And I don't want you to think that's trite. Also, I am making art. And specifically this type of art letting myself get lost in the movement of my hand and some soft lines. And then getting rid of the pointy parts. So there are different ways to work on those sharp corners. One way is to take each on individually. Another is to make a soft shape in each section. And when you do that, you can also either soften the corners all at once or enjoy the shape making. And then the sort of coloring in. Basically, it's whatever works best for you in the moment. To give your brain a chance to relax and regain some clarity, equanimity. And enter the next part of your day feeling more your true self. You're less anxious, you're less negative, but rational. Better self. At least that's how I'm feeling it. Taking the time to make art can have a tremendous effect on our mood. And more studies are showing that. The creativity of art can help our brains function better cognitively. And it can be a release for stress and anxiety. It can help us process trauma. However you are feeling when you watch this video, I hope you take some time to make art. This type of line making is great for the brain, the mind, beyond just the physical structure of the brain, and the soul. It doesn't ask anything particular of the artist in the moment. Doesn't need to look a particular way. just needs to be enjoyed. Okay, so I guess it does need to look a particular way in the sense that we're removing the harshness. We're removing the jagged that, well, as we remove the jagged on our paper, it can help soften the jagged we're feeling inside. And it can be done in just a few minutes. You don't have to fill 2 pages. You don't have to have as many lines. But you can also take more time, and it can be fun to fill in the spaces you create with designs or color of whatever type you enjoy. I have frequently enjoyed adding watercolor to mine. When you do that, you can use the shapes you've created, or what I more typically end up doing is having my colors blend from one to another. I will link to some other videos in which I've done this style of neurographic art in the 52-week art journal journey, and I can't remember if I've done any with you this year or not. I know it's something that crops back up, and it's something I do not on camera too, when I just need to relax. Get my brain in a better place, a more useful place, a more productive place. I am grateful that you are here and have given me this opportunity to remind you that taking time to make art is not a waste of time. We are wired for creativity, made in the image of the Creator. And when we are not taking time to create in ways we enjoy and find meaningful, we can't be as healthy as we could. And creativity can take many forms, as you probably know. And this type of physical art isn't for everyone. But you don't have to be an artist for this type of project to be beneficial. So take some time this week to make some art. And if your brain needs a break, this is ideal. As I said, clarity can be one of the benefits when you just let yourself get lost in the making and are able to stop fixating on something. Sometimes you give your brain the opportunity to process, but also if there's an underlying idea there that you're sort of drowning out with all the swirling loudness, you can give yourself the opportunity to realize you know what needs to be done. Or remind yourself that one way or another it will work out. So if you are feeling inspired to take some time to relax with my neurographic style lines and line softening, or if you've just enjoyed hearing me talk about it and the sound of my marker, I would appreciate a thumbs up. Kind comments and comments on where you are in your creative self-care journey are always appreciated. If you haven't yet, subscribe. I have my weekly Better with Art videos on Sunday, which are simple, small art projects designed to have a positive impact on our mental health and to be able to be done in a short amount of time, because one of the hurdles to reclaiming creativity and practicing creative self-care is most definitely time. So I try to find art I can share with you that can be done in a short amount of time, or you can extend the pleasure of it if you have more time. And as I said, after the line making, basically the possibilities of what you can do with all of your lovely little rounded spaces is kind of unlimited. There's a phrase for you. I also post Wednesday videos with outside my art journal art. Sometimes it's projects I'm working on. Sometimes it's other fun art ideas that you can do. Sometimes it is tips for gel printing or my style of collage. The Seeking Solace Translucent Layers workshop is still in the works. So there'll also be a link if you are interested in learning more about that. If you're not sure what I'm talking about because you're new here, I started to say you can check out other videos, but there isn't a lot about that per se right now. I will be back next Sunday with another Better with Art video, and Wednesday with an art project I'm working on, and some tips and tricks I'm learning. In the meantime, make art, friend. It's not a waste of time.